In this video, I'm gonna cover why I fold the headings in all my markdown files, and I'll show you how to apply these settings. I already covered this in my markdown workflow video, which you can find here. I'm also going to leave it in the video description, but that video is quite long, around 50 minutes, so I'm gonna cover folds only in this video. Notice this file, I have a lot of markdown 2, markdown 3 headings. You can see the little numbers here. So if I press leader, which is space in my case, M for markdown, F for fold, I have different options here. J is gonna fold all headings level 1 for 2, 3, colon is for 4, and U is to unfold everything. So I'm gonna press J right now. I only see the level 1 heading. Now I'm going to press leader, M, F, and L. I can see level 1, 2, and 3 headings. Now, if I want to unfold everything, I'm gonna press leader, M, F, U. Here, everything is unfolded. I don't like navigating my files this way because it's pretty overwhelming. All of the information is on the screen and I get distracted. The way that I navigate stuff is fold everything to level 2. Most of the times, leader, M, F, K, or I usually do leader, M, F, L, so I can see level 2 and level 3 headings, and I can go specifically to the section that I want. Just a little disclaimer, I use the lazyvim.org distribution, which comes with some fold defaults. Like this fold expression here already comes from the distro itself, so my solution is guaranteed to work with this distro. I'm gonna show you the code in a little while, so if you're using something else, you probably will need to figure this out, but if you do, leave the details down in the comments in case you want to help others that are not using the lazyvim distro, but also want to take advantage of folds. These defaults that you see here can be found under general settings, and if you scroll up, this is the options file. Before navigating my files like this, I use the outline plugin a lot. You can see it here on the right hand side. I press leader O to bring it up, and I can go to a specific heading. But ever since I discovered folds, I rarely use this plugin anymore. So I'm just gonna press leader O again to hide it. How do I fold and unfold individual headings? I do that with enter. Normally you have to press ZA. I pressed ZA here, I'm gonna press ZA again, but I created a keymap, and if I press enter here, it's going to unfold it. If I press enter again, it's going to fold it. There's a caveat that you need to keep in mind. Let me switch to the other file that you see on the right. Just brought up snipe, I'm gonna press S. Switch to that file. I have other headings here. I'm gonna delete the text inside this heading. So now I have 2 headings of level 3, or basically 2 headings of the same level, and I don't have any text between them. That's gonna mess up the folding. So you cannot have 2 headings of the same level without text. Like in this case, you need to have some text in here or get rid of this heading. Notice that this is level 2 and level 3 different headings. There's no problem there. I don't need to have any text in between. I'm gonna fold everything to level 2 so you can see MFK. Everything is folded correctly. Now I'm gonna fold everything up to level 3, leader, MFL. And in here inside, I have the level 3 headings, but it does not recognize them. Because of that, I'm gonna hit enter here, and I can see the level 3 headings there. I need to add the text in here. I'm just gonna undo the changes. Okay, now I'm going to fold everything to level 3, leader, MFL, and everything's back to normal. How did I configure this? Let me switch to this directory. Here is my keymaps.lua file. I'm going to leave a link to my dotfiles in the video description, so you can copy and paste this code. But let me go there real quick to show you where this is. Here, I'm in my dotfiles. If you like this, make sure to start it. There's a lot of useful information related to tmux, carabiner, yabai, sketchybar, a lot of useful stuff. Let me search for the keymaps. Is this one? Neovim lua config keymaps.lua. Notice the path, Neovim lua config keymaps, which is the same path found here. So I'm gonna switch back to Neovim, but you already know where to find this file. I have an entire section here dedicated to folds. All you need to do is to grab the code starting from here, fold in section, go down, and you will find here the end of this section. And let me briefly explain what this does. Here are the keymaps for folding. This is for level 1. Here you can see the letter J. And you can see here that I pass multiple values to this function. Notice that it accepts the different levels that I'm sending. The first thing that I do is to set the fold method expression. So I call this function. Let me go there. Here we have the lazyvim.org defaults, the ones that we saw here before. I'm just setting them here just in case a file doesn't have them configured. But it's basically the same thing. And I also added this other option from the defaults as well. For this to work properly, I would recommend you to have the 0.10 Neovim version. Let me show you the version that I have right now. It's 0.10.1. If a different version is used, this fold method and text is what's gonna be used. So I'm not sure if my config is gonna work properly. I haven't tested that, but just so you keep it in mind. Okay, so let me go back. After setting the fold method and expression, I saved the view so that I can jump back to the location that I was before folding. And then for each one of the levels that I passed, I'm going to fold the headings using this other function. Let me go there, and this is going to fold the headings of that specific level. This is what identifies the headings. It's gonna match these strings, and if they're headings, it's gonna fold them. This is just the fold command. Now let me go back, and after folding all the headings, restore the view to jump to where I was. And that's basically it. Here, if we scroll up, you won't be able to find the keymap that I configured to fold everything with enter instead of ZA. Again, remember that this is expected to work with the lazyvim.org distribution, because that's what I use. If you use a different distro, you'll have to figure it out. But let us know down in the comments, as probably people with other distros or their own configs are gonna have questions. So if you want to help them out, leave the details down in the comments. I hope this video was useful. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.